And now it's time for Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's talk hookup. For the next 2 hours, join Pete Gray, rock cod Rick Maxa, and this week's special expert guest for fishing information, new techniques to catch more fish, and the most current scoop on what's happening in the water. Let's Talk Hookup is sponsored in part by Yamaha Outboards, official motor sponsor of Let's Talk Hookup. Royal Polaris, the world's finest long-range sports fisher. By Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup, and Shimano Rods and Reels. Fish with the best. Shimano. Get ready for the fastest 2 hours on radio with the hosts of Let's Talk Hookup, Pete Gray and Rock Cod Rick Maxa.
Good morning, anglers, and welcome to Let's Talk Hookup. I'm Pete Gray, and Rock Cod Rick Maxa is in the Mighty 1090 studios. I am down here with a great group of people here at the Hotel Corral Marina and Resort in Ensenada, Mexico, Baja California Norte, having a great time here. Going to be talking sport fishing in Mexico, sport fishing in Ensenada. We have Captain Ken Frankie from the Sport Fishing Association of California, Captain Tim Ekstrom's here from the Royal Star. We're going to have Victor Ibanez from the Fisheries of Cepesca here in Mexico, and a whole bunch more. So you stay tuned. This is going to be a great 2 hours live from the Hotel Corral
summer
Marina
fishing season
and Resort in Mexico. Stay tuned. This is Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090. Your San Diego County Ford dealers are having a remarkable summer, too, with no sign of slowing down. They continue to hook people up with a great selection of models that offer outstanding MPG and advanced technology, like the fun-to-drive Focus and the popular Fusion, available as a hybrid or a plug-in hybrid. Ford also has an impressive list of SUVs, like Escape, Edge, Explorer, and Expedition. Well, no matter what you need, Ford has an SUV for you. And for serious fishermen that have boats to haul and gear to move, you can't beat the Ford F-150. It's not only stronger than ever, it's 700 pounds lighter, so it's faster and more efficient. Bottom line, Ford cars and trucks and SUVs are built for San Diego. Stop by your San Diego County Ford dealer today. They'll be glad to hook you up.
Alaska is one of the ultimate fishing destinations in the world. This is Rock Cod Rick, and every year the one trip I look forward to is Kingfisher Charters in Sitka, Alaska. My dad and I have been going for over 15 years, and I just can't wait to go again. No one does it better than Kingfisher Charters. They offer the best service, the most comfortable accommodations, fantastic food, the finest fishing charter captains in all of Sitka, and the ultimate value. Sure, I've been to others, but time and time again, nobody beats Kingfisher Charters. You can catch huge halibut like the ones we do almost every year, and salmon, well, Sitka is famous for some of the best runs in Alaska. We also get plenty of rockfish and huge lingcod. And when it comes to fish processing, the best in Alaska is Kingfisher Charters. And listen to this, it's all included in your package. In fact, everything is included except the tips. It's truly amazing how the Kingfisher crew continues the quality of service they deliver year after year. Come and join me on the Let's Talk Hookup trip in June, or just go when you can. Kingfisher Charters, 800-727-6136, or check kingfishercharters.com.
My Angler H2O. I will never use that fakey fluorescent pink bait or drag my hula popper through the mud. I will outmaneuver drought-exposed stumps, rocks, and submerged station wagons, and outsmart the ravenous river otter. I will save water by taking shorter showers for higher lakes, and I will always, always wear my life jacket.
What's your H2O? Tell us at BoatCalifornia.com. The California State Parks Division of Boating and Waterways reminds you to wear it, California.
Information is the key to success, and inside information is even better. When it comes to fishing, inside information is critical, and that's what FishDope.com delivers. FishDope.com really does help you catch more fish and save fuel. FishDope.com is the only SST service with a satellite oceanographic PhD on board. The only fish fighting service with a spotter plane. You get daily catch reports from Point Conception to San Martin Island, 365 days a year. FishDope.com boasts the largest code group anywhere, covering sport boats, commercial boats, and private boaters. FishDope.com has online planning tools, moon phase, tides, hot bite icons, and more. What I'm telling you is, if you don't have FishDope.com, well, good luck. Membership costs less than 40 gallons of gas for the entire year. That's right, 1 year. What a bargain. Plus, stay tuned for the special code to save $20 on a FishDope.com membership. Check it out today. FishDope.com. Catch more fish, burn less fuel.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090 live in Ensenada, Mexico. Pete, I can't wait to hear all the good stuff going on down in Baja Norte.
Yes, buenos dias, Ricardo, in the Mighty 1090 studios. Yeah, we're here in the beautiful Hotel Corral and Marina Resort in Ensenada, Mexico. We came down yesterday afternoon and have been treated to some amazing events here in Baja Norte and Ensenada area. It is mind-boggling what we can discover here in northern Baja, just steps away from our own homes. And Ken Frankie is here. Good morning, Ken.
Good morning, Pete.
Yeah, how about, so we started here at the Hotel Corral, checked into these rooms. If you've never been to Ensenada and seen this hotel is 5-star beautiful. How about those rooms?
Absolutely. Huh? Oh, my gosh. The whole place, it is just 5-star all the way.
Yeah.
I mean, what an amazing day we had yesterday. Visited the Hacienda Guadalupe, which is in the vineyards. The Finca La Carrillo, I probably mispronounced that. Great restaurants.
Yeah.
And then, we got to meet with a lot of the local people from fisheries and from the state government, and learned a lot about the area out here. And the fishing is off the charts here in Ensenada right now.
Oh, yeah. Fantastic. And Captain Tim Ekstrom's here. What do you think of this location here, Tim?
Pretty incredible.
Yeah.
I know yesterday, being a fishing guy, my horizons were expanded. I had no idea how incredible that Isla or Bahia de Guadalupe is. It's amazing. Between the restaurants we experienced out there and just the whole region, it's pretty incredible.
It's exploding.
Yeah, it just is something else to do. Obviously thinking from the fishing perspective, I just never I never knew that was available. I think there's a heck of a lot of people like me out there that have no idea how amazing that valley is. And, I mean, from every aspect.
And what did it take us, 20 minutes to get here from the Hotel Corral, where you could step off your boat, be in a car, and be in a beautiful restaurant overlooking the vineyards in the Guadalupe Valley in 20 minutes.
Exactly. Yeah, I could envision it right now. Here comes Joe Fisherman. He ropes a wife into riding down on his boat with him. He catches a few fish along the way and shows up here. The next day they wind up there in the Bahia de Guadalupe, and that guy's going to be a hero.
Yeah, no kidding.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well said.
And we were able to share a beautiful dinner last night at another phenomenal restaurant with our friend Victor here. Good morning, Victor.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
Great. That was the name of that restaurant is one of the most famous chefs in Mexico, right?
Yes, Javier Plasencia from Tijuana. It's very famous. Have a couple of restaurants in San Diego. Finca El Tosano. It's a very well-known restaurant in the Valley of Guadalupe.
Yeah, it's in a vineyard, so you're sitting in the middle of a vineyard in that beautiful valley. And what makes that valley so special? I mean, it's just such a unique thing to have a grape growing region in the southern area here.
Yes, it's great.
Need a little more volume there if we can.
Very famous, and I think everybody from Mexico and all over different places wanted to be in the wine tasting, in knowing the restaurants and knowing the hotels.
Pete, if you could pump the volume up there, we can't hear him on this end.
Best to visit and do the wine tasting and do the different restaurants.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Now, we're going to hear more about that from Haiti later on in the show. She's one of the directors in tourism here in Baja Norte, and talking about all the different things. She was telling us about the big concerts that happen in the Valley de Guadalupe, and being the proximity here to Ensenada and being able to go fishing. So let's talk about fishing here in Ensenada. What are the opportunities here?
Here nowadays, from the local sport fishing persons, that this is the best year in 20 years for the sport fishing. So we have a sport fishing tournament, local, and the best catches. We have a great black marlin, 318 pounds. So.
Yeah, you showed the picture to us last night.
Yes.
It's pretty impressive.
They catch some Wahoo, some mahi-mahi. So the sport fishing activity, it was great this year. The tournaments, a lot of people, some people from Southern California, the rest from here from the state. But it's great. So you have the opportunity to go to different places, like in the Gulf of California, San Felipe, Bay of Gonzaga, Bay of LA. In this part of Pacific, you have San Quintin, you have Ensenada, but the fishing is great. A lot of different species.
You know, what's really admirable is just the fact that you can come. It's easy to get to Ensenada, easy to get down here in Baja. Travel by land. You can rent a boat here in the local marinas. They have all of your papers, your documentation as far as your fishing licenses available local here. Like here at the Corral, if somebody wanted to come by boat, they could stay at the marina. If they wanted to come by car, they could stay at the hotel. Easy, very close access to amazing fishing, and everything is here for you. And it's just literally the jewel of Ensenada is this area out here.
That's for sure. We have local people who rent the boats, local captains. If you don't want to bring your boat, or otherwise if you want to bring your boat, we have the facilities.
Yeah, it's a beautiful marina here at the Corral that we're overlooking here with, you call Fito and the group here at the Hotel Corral, and you can arrange these to have a slip for the weekend or the week or however long, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes, of course.
So the fishing opportunities here, do you have pangas here that you can rent? You have six-pack boats you can rent, sport fishing boats?
Yeah, the different companies who provide the service. So they have a different size of boats, and for sure they have the captains who know all the fishing spots here. So they bring you to different spots to catch different species. That's for sure. So you're going to have a great day fishing different species.
If somebody wanted to arrange a fishing trip down here, they didn't want to bring their own boat, say. They wanted to drive across the border, come and stay at the Hotel Corral, and fish. Is there a website that they can look at with different captains and such that they can access?
Yes. Well, actually, in our website of the Ministry of Fisheries, in the side of sport fishing, we have all of that info about the different providers of the services and also the hotels and everything. Yeah, but also the Secretary of Tourism have that info, so it's available. And locally, for example, the Hotel Corral Marina, they have its own page and provide the services.
Indeed. Tim, your take on this down here?
You know, something I really like about the opportunity to fish out of Ensenada is that for anglers, especially who've fished out of San Diego for a long time and ridden the local sport boats, you probably know that we drive by this area. We don't really spend any time fishing by agreement with the local community here, fishing community in Ensenada. We don't fish around Bufador. We don't fish around East of Todos Santos and just around the corner of Bufador. Also, this is their local zone.
Right.
And it's a great opportunity for anglers, again, who have driven by here year after year looking in there at Todos Santos. Like, God, that'd be a great place to fish. Well, this is the way to do it.
Come down and get the inside knowledge from the local guys.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the scenery is absolutely beautiful.
That's
I don't
amazing.
know if you fished up there along Bufadora.
Yeah.
It's
unreal.
You fish right up there in the rocks and the boilers, and there's big yellows, right? You fishing the yo-yo
giant
jigs.
calicos.
Yeah, just about bounce your jigs off the rocks, and it's just an incredible area. Todos Santos itself is a beautiful island, and there's just tremendous opportunity there for, again, yellowtail, big calico bass, and I mean, it's virtually untouched. I mean, by our standard, it certainly is.
Yeah. So if you come down here, Victor, you would bring your passport. You would obtain your FMM from the border, right? What else? And of course, your Mexican fishing license. What else do you need to charter a boat to go fishing?
Well, I think if you contact the correct provider of service, they have all the documents and the papers that you need. So, yeah, that's the ones you mentioned are the ones that you need to go out and without a problem practice the sport fishing. And actually, for example, we provide the fishing license to different companies or different companies who provide the services. For example, we provide the fishing license to Corral and Marina and different people. So they have all the documents that you need to be legal fishing in the water without problem.
Pete, I'd like to say something right here. The cooperation we're getting both from the state government and the local Ensenada community is off the charts right now. They're trying to make it very easy for the fishermen to visit. And, if you go online, you can get the FMM. If you even go to the SAC website at californiasportfishing.org, everything is right there to get the vessel importation document, which is it's $50 for 10 years. Mm-hmm. So that takes care of your boat. You get your FMM. and you get your fishing license, you can get your fishing license down here. And we do encourage when you're going to come to Ensenada or go to San Felipe, buy your license there because that money goes to the local community. They're making it as easy as they can. The roads here to Ensenada are awesome. I mean, they are absolutely perfect right now. And I just saw my friend Fido come walking in.
Yes.
And if you want to go fishing in Ensenada, you call Fido, and he's gonna point you in the right direction. Good morning, Fido.
Good morning, Ken. How you doing, guys?
Hey,
welcome.
Great to have you, Fito. Fito Espinoza, of course, the dock master here at the Hotel Corral. Been here for how many years? I've known you for, 20 plus?
20 this
years.
August, yes.
Yeah. I remember it was like 20 years ago we did our first broadcast here from the Hotel Corral.
Yeah, that was
the Western Outdoor News.
Western Outdoor News, yeah, that was some time ago.
Yeah, indeed. And so here we are, still here, and things are better than ever here at the Hotel Corral, right?
Yep, we are going on our 20th season, and fishing season this year is phenomenal, as you guys have been talking about all year. We have the only field dock in the city, so anybody that wants to come down here, fish, stay over the weekend. We got diesel, we got gasoline. We help tremendously in getting them checked in with the authorities when they bring their boat by, on its own haul. Or if they want to trailer it down, we also help them get the paperwork. So it's a win-win situation for them, and we have, as you know, this beautiful property here that they can enjoy. So can ask for a better two combinations, huh?
Yeah. So what is involved if, let's say, I want to bring my boat, I leave my boat in the water in San Diego, I want to make the easy trip down here to Ensenada to have easy access to the fishing right out in front of here. What's involved in coming down here for a couple of days?
Well, you just call us. We can make a reservation depending on the size of your vessel. We got slips, plenty slips for vessels 30 feet or less, or if it's 30 feet on up. We have basically on our webpage, which is hotelcoral.com. If you go to Marina, it'll give you the information paper-wise of what you need. So basically, you need your passport for each individual. You need the registration for the vessel and insurance. What we take care of here is going to be the check-in with the port captain. Now, if you're fishing, that's going to be important that you go and you go to the webpage for that Ken speaks about, where you got to go and do the payment for the tourist cards. Because if you're fishing during in the 12 miles, which is the
economic zone,
territorial waters of Mexico, you need to do the payment. So once you come with the payment and the email where they're authorizing you, we take you to immigration office here, and they'll give you the tourist card. You won't have to pay because you already did it online. And then we'll do the other part, which is the port captain. So that basically covers that aspect. The other one is the import permit. And so that's something you can get online from the comfort of your house or office. If you didn't do it over there, then we can help you get it here, because there's a place where you can get it, and that's good for 10 years.
$50.
Yeah,
$10.
52 plus tax, so it's $59, something like that.
Okay. So if you come here, you can fish your way down, and then once you check in here, then you'll help them facilitate getting in through immigration and such like that.
Yes, exactly. And you can fish on the way up, too.
Yeah.
Because when you check out, when you clear out of Mexico, immigration will take back the tourist cards, but you will have evidence that you paid that fee on the way up.
Okay. So you need to check in and check out?
That is correct.
Okay, so what is involved? We know what's involved in checking in. What is involved in checking out?
Checkout is very similar to what you would have done with immigration and the port captain. Immigration is just, they'll want to see the tourist cards. They'll want them back. We got a crew list that they'll stamp, and then we'll go to the port captain. The port captain will stamp it, and there's some fees that you pay the port captain depending on the tonnage. If your vessel's less than 3 tons, there's no fee. So those smaller vessels, like center consoles, that are they're not going to pay either for entry or for exit.
So you have to go to the immigration office twice if you come.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Now, if there's cases like there's people that come here for for a day, for instance, and they can do the check-in and check-out at the same time.
Okay.
Because they give you 48 hours to leave.
Oh, okay. So if you're just coming for 2 days, you're fine. You check in and that's it.
We can do the check-in and check-out, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Pete, I want to from personal experience, the process is easy.
Yes.
So, you go online, you get your vessel importation document from home, they send it to your house 2 days later, you're good to go for 10 years with that. And then when you come down here, you call Fido, and Fido will take care of the rest and get you over to the right people. And Captain Rio, support captain, is awesome. So he's a good friend to visitors. And, everybody here you're going to find in Ensenada, they will bend over backwards to make sure you have a good time. And I have to tell you, the entire area here, I used to be a policeman, and everybody's always concerned about safety. And it is very, very safe. There's no question about it. I bring my family down here. This place is, they are working hard. They're working hard, and we appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. As you can hear, we have a great show lined up for you today, live from the Hotel Corral and Marina and Resort here in beautiful Baja California in Ensenada. And Rick, it's great times down here. You should be here.
Yeah, it sounds like it, guys. Certainly going to be a lot of fun. Lots of cool stuff to talk about. Love the great information about taking boats down. It's going to be a great show. If you want to join us this morning, we would love to hear from you. There's going to be lots of great stuff going on today, lots of great information. And if you want to join us, man, give us a call. We would love to hear from you. 2 ways you can be a part of Let's Talk Hookup this morning. If you want to call us on our local line, that's 858 area code 457-1090. Again, 858-457-1090, or you can reach us on our toll-free number. That one's 877-792-1090. One more time, 877-792-1090. Not only will we be taking your phone calls, not only going to be hearing all about these great fishing opportunities in Ensenada, we have also got a great prize for one lucky caller at the end of the show today. That's a brand new pair of Maui Jim sunglasses. The Spartan Reef glasses, there's a great pair of fishing glasses from Maui Jim's. It has that great marlin frame, which is the kind of blue and brown frame, really, really good-looking frame from Maui Jim. And my favorite, the HCL bronze lens, super thin glass. It's an awesome pair of Maui Jim's. And again, that's going to go to one lucky caller at the end of the show today, 858-457-1090 or 877-792-1090. When we come back, we're going to be taking your phone calls. Lots of great information coming your way. You stay tuned. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090.
Want to catch the yellowfin tuna of a lifetime but don't have weeks at a time to commit trying? Then check out Journeyman Sport Fishing in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. Based in Nuevo Vallarta, Journeyman offers an angling dream come true. Outstanding world-class fishery, immaculately maintained and outfitted boat, ultra-limited competition at the rail, and a Journeyman crew that has the experience and passion to make your angling dreams reality. A 2.5-day trip offers 2 full days of fishing from sunup to sundown and only requires 4 days away from your other commitments. In the 2013 season, Journeyman landed dozens of yellowfin over 200 pounds and several over 300. Choose the trip that fits your schedule. 2.5, 3.5, up to 8 days of the ultimate fishing for giant yellowfin tuna. For complete details, check the web at journeymansportfishing.com or contact 619-571-1979. Journeyman Sport Fishing, where angling dreams become reality. For over 5 decades, Lee Palm Sport Fishing has set the standard in long-range fishing that they pioneered long ago. The Red Rooster 3 sets a new standard of excellence. The Red Rooster 3 is one of the most modern, quiet, and fastest long-range vessels in the fleet. They have handpicked the finest crew to make your trip a memorable one. The Red Rooster 3 offers trips from 3 to 18 days and runs year-round to the best fishing spots on the planet. Ride the Red Rooster 3 once, and you'll be back again. Call the Red Rooster 3 at 619-224-3857 or see them on the web at redrooster3.com.
It's Yamaha's Why Wait, Buy Now sales event. For a limited time, eligible new 75 to 350 horsepower 4-strokes include 6 years of warranty coverage. And eligible new 2.5 to 70 horsepower 4-strokes come with up to $500 in dealer credit. See your nearest Yamaha Outboards dealer for details or visit YamahaOutboards.com. Yamaha. Reliability starts here. Offer ends November 18, 2015. Subject to change at any time. Other restrictions and conditions apply. Choice offered to Florida residents as a 36-month Yamaha limited warranty. See authorized participating Yamaha Outboard dealers for details. This promotion cannot be used with any other Yamaha offer.
Here's John Ireland for Rancho Leonero.
Rancho Leonero was awarded the Certificate of Excellence from TripAdvisor for 4 straight years. Especially interesting, most hotels are just hotels, and most people stay in the hotel and go do their activities elsewhere. Rancho Leonero, of course, provides fishing, diving, all activities, all meals, your whole vacation. So the fact that we're so highly rated, we're very proud of it. From picking you up at the airport to dropping you off, literally everything is turnkey from there. We make it as easy as we can for you at the ranch. From your meals to whether you're going to go fishing or diving or just hang out by the pool. When you're coming to Rancho Leonero, you are coming to John Ireland's home. I guarantee the best fishing vacation experience in all of Baja. That's unique. There's nowhere that I could think of to get the same experience that you get in Rancho Leonero. Our new reservation phone number is 800-646-2252, 646-BAJA, and RanchoLeonero.com. It's really unique. It is. We're very proud of it.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090, again, live down in Ensenada. Pete and the gang down there. Man, I just wish I was down there with you guys. Sounds like it's a blast.
Yeah, it is. And I'll tell you what, we just heard John Island from Rancho Leonero. Don't forget, we'll be broadcasting live from Rancho Leonero in Baja's East Cape next Sunday, 1 week from tomorrow. And, of course, 1 week from today, we'll be broadcasting from the beautiful Hotel Palmas de Cortez in Los Barriles in Baja California, sir. And that's going to be a good time. Ricky, you'll be there with us this time.
First time ever going to be down there doing the live broadcast with you, and I can't wait. Love Palmas, love the ranch, going to have great times. Lots and lots of fun. Yeah, I can't wait, dude. I'm so pumped up. Counting the days.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Start our Let's Talk Hookup 21st annual Let's Talk Hookup Palmas de Cortez Fall Spectacular starts this coming Thursday, and we'll be broadcasting live both Saturday and Sunday, next Saturday and Sunday right here on the Mighty 1090. And unfortunately, our great engineer, Rick Cutler, will not be with us. You'll have your engineer, Pedro, me, next week. So it won't be quite the professional. And while we're talking about Rick, I want to talk about Rick because Rick came down with us yesterday, and he's a great engineer. He's got to be on a flight to Indianapolis tonight to do a football game back there tomorrow, and we're very fortunate to have Rick with us, and thank you, Rick, for being here and doing such a professional job of getting us set up here at the Hotel Corral.
Yeah, for everybody out there, it takes so much work for Pete and his crew to put this on and to have to do these remote locations. Pete, we really appreciate it.
Yeah, well, don't forget all the work that your crew, Ken's Angels, did. Kenya and Elena did a fantastic job getting things set up and making sure things are here. So it takes a lot to get things moving here. It's not just plug it in and turn on the mics. There's a lot of back-scene stuff that makes these things happen.
We got a good group, and everybody works really well together. And, yeah, it's all good. You know, I was just talking to Victor about how close the fishing is here. And for those of you out there, we're looking behind us, and we're so close. It's flat, calm weather. How close is the actual, to go marlin fishing or tuna fishing?
Okay, you have a very nice spots very near, but if you want to go for tuna or marlin, maybe you have to go only like 30, 40 miles. But at the distance of 10 miles, you have very nice spots to do the different species. But yeah, if we want to go for that species, marlin or tuna, not more than 30, 40 miles.
Nice, yeah.
Tim, the Todos Santos, the yellows.
Yellowtail, and the other thing I didn't mention is the white sea bass. The white sea bass fishing around here is just absolutely, the potential is phenomenal. Up there at Pescadero, Salsa Puentes, up there at Todos Santos. But years like this, being the El Nino condition that it is, this warm water, and I can recall several other El Nino cycles when there's fish as close as 5-8 miles west of Todos Santos. That's only, 15-20 miles from there. Just incredible fishing. I know... What was it? One of the guys coming up, it was only a week and a half ago, at 4 Wahoo on a kelp 5 miles west of Todos Santos.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah. And we see marlin all the time, and there, of course, Dorado, and there's been just countless opportunities at that tuna. Mixed grade, now there's a higher percentage of that small fish, but there's still some of that 25, 35-pound tuna lurking around out there close.
Yeah, very nice. And our friend Hugh is here, who lives down here, is a regular listener to Let's Talk Hookup, said that the surf fishing down here, he wanted me to talk about the surf fishing. He says, giant corbina, speaking of white sea bass, the surf white sea bass there, he says, it's been very, very good. Like right here in the surf. And you do not need, Victor, a fishing license to fish from the surf here in Baja, right?
No.
Yeah. So only from a boat.
Yeah, only from a boat.
So if you come down here, you want to go walk up the beach, you stay at one of the beautiful resorts here on the beach, and you want to walk up the beach, just bring your rod and reel and some lures and cast away.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, very good. Well, Rick, let's go ahead and jump into the phones.
You got it, man. Well, the boys are all packed up. Everybody's excited to talk to you again. If you want to get through, 858-457-1090. There's just one of those open right now. And we do have a toll-free number open as well. That one's 877-792-1090. Why don't we start it off this morning with Jim, who's calling us from Hamul. Jim, good morning. Thanks for getting us started off here on Let's Talk Hookup.
Good morning. How you doing today?
Hey, Jim.
Yeah, how's it going today?
We're great.
Great. Thanks for joining us on Let's Talk Hookup, Jim.
Yeah, my question was pertaining to the FMM visas. Has anybody, or is it a dead issue? Is it still alive, the yearly pass they're going to try to get?
That's a work in progress. Right now, basically, it is the individual 180-day, and it's good for the duration of that trip only. But the Immigration Department is working toward getting a longer multiple reentry document. It's just not here yet.
So you could purchase. You don't necessarily, if you know you're going fishing, and again, the FMMs are good for one entry, one exit. If you know you're going fishing next week, you don't have to wait till the night before to purchase. You can purchase it today and then go fishing next week because that document's good for 180 days.
Yeah, highly recommend you pre-plan your trips. So obtain your FMM, and then you send in a spreadsheet down to the port captain to get your clearance to come down to Baja California, and that's a safety thing as well, so they know that you're coming, and they'll give you all the proper clearances, etc. You're good to go. And I should also mention the safety piece. They have a nice search and rescue unit that the Mexican Navy has 24 hours down here. I went and did a tour of the facility the other day. They did a demonstration. It is top flight.
Pete Vito, I even saw Boat US here at the Hotel Corral.
You saw him just yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay, that's because there's a race, the San Diego to Ensenada yacht race.
I see.
So these guys come down and they're escorting the fleet, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But they will come into Mexico if you're a member and you have an issue.
Yes, they have a Mexican liaison counterpart here that will do the part of the service, and then they will join, and then they will just exchange the boat.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the Newport to Ensenada race going on now?
No, it's actually the San Diego to Ensenada. They call it the Little Ensenada race because it's San Diego to Ensenada.
Yeah.
It's a smaller race than the Newport.
Yeah, and how many boats were in it, do you know?
I think there were about 50 sailboats.
50 sailboats,
yes,
yeah.
And it's their 52nd year, I believe.
Wow, pretty impressive. And they're finishing today down here?
Yeah, they started yesterday, and we had very strong winds. So
we saw those.
They came quick.
They came quick.
They came very quickly. All right. Hey, thanks a lot for the phone call this morning. Appreciate that. Really good information here on obtaining the FMMs. Now, you do not need them if you're fishing outside of 12 miles, the territorial waters, right?
12 miles and that includes the Coronado Islands. So 12 miles from any Mexican soil. That is the territorial waters of Mexico, same as the United States.
Yeah, okay. All right. Rick, let's go ahead and jump back on the phones. You have a chance to win that Spartan Reef great pair of sunglasses from Maui Jim. Want to thank our friends at Maui Jim for providing that beautiful pair of sunglasses.
You got it, guys. How about we jump back into them, this time talking to Tom, calling us from San Diego. Good morning, Tom. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Well, good morning, gentlemen. I've got a couple questions, one for Captain Ken Frankie and the follow-on. But first of all, I couldn't quite hear. Was the restaurant you went to out in the Guadalupe Valley, was that the one by Javier?
Is it? Yes. Everyone's nodding yes.
Yeah. He's fantastic. Anyhow, for Captain Ken, I think you told me that you have something like 24 sport boat captains that are providing input on the bluefin sightings. Can you briefly summarize what the take was so far, or what their impression was this year of the crop of bluefin we have out there?
Well, basically, sure. We have 24 boats that are measuring the bluefin each day, and they're on a certain schedule, and they're actually just trying to get an analysis of the size and what the averages are, et cetera. And we've just had a unique year with fish everywhere from 12 all the way to 190 pounds. So the biomass out there is amazing. I had one of the airplane pilots call me about 10 days ago, and he saw one school of bluefin that was 2 miles long. So what's really important, though, is the different sizes of the school as far as size of fish, called cohorts, and having, schools of 10-pounders, 50-pounders, 150-pounders. That's a sign that things are doing relatively good. So, we know Pacific-wide there's a big concern on bluefin, but, boy, it sure is amazing the sheer volume that we're seeing this year around our coast. I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, Tim, you can kind of relate to that too, right?
I can relate. I mean, we've seen schools of bluefin the last 3 years that have just been absolutely incredible. I got to tell you, it kind of warms my heart to see those bluefin practicing a little self-preservation by coming up there above the border. There was a great catch down here, but if they stay here in the Eastern Pacific, they're relatively safe compared to what goes on the other side.
On the other side, in the Western Pacific.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, the harvest is a lot lower, so good on them. They're providing a heck of a lot of opportunities for sport anglers that this year in particular above the border that wouldn't otherwise have been. And the fact that they're hanging out there it says it tells everybody that there's going to be a lot of opportunities coming up for the next, 2, 3, 4 years, however long this cycle is going to last.
With this warm water we've got right now, especially with the El Nino, starting to move in, it'll be interesting to see if this stuff stays through the whole winter.
Well, in years past it has. All last winter we saw that fish when we were transiting between here and the islands down below in both the fall and wintertime. All throughout January, February, March, we saw school after school of that nice-sized bluefin, that 40, 50, 60-pound bluefin down there in the 29-degree latitudes and 28s, just west of Bonitas. This stuff was around, so it would surprise me if it doesn't stay. Normally it does.
And now we got all this yellowfin moving in off Ensenada, so the local fishing off Ensenada is going to be, it'll be pretty much on fire here quite late into the fall, it looks like.
I wouldn't be surprised to see really good fishing, both on the yellowfin as well as Dorado and these Wahoo on kelps. And what was it last year? We caught them all the way towards the end of October. Yeah. So it would surprise me more to see that not happen than for it to happen.
Indeed. Yeah, pretty amazing. All right, I understand. Speaking of fishing in Mexico, the Cast Man is ready to go, right, Rick?
You got it, bro. It's time for the Cast Report, which today is sponsored in part by Fisherman's Processing in San Diego. Get the finest long-range fish processing. The long-range season is basically here, and it's time to pre-book your processing orders with Fisherman's Processing before your trip. That way you're going to be the first in line when your trip returns and the first one off the road. If you got to make a drive, so cool, Fisherman's Processing. They can have your order turned around, cut, vacuum packed, filleted, and on the order just minutes after the boat returns. Check Fisherman's Processing for more information or check fishermansprocessing.com for more details. Let's talk to the Cast Man. Richard Castaneda from Cast Tours on the line. Buenos dias, Cast Man.
Hey, excuse me. Buenos dias, Ricky, Pedro.
Good to hear from you, Cass.
I hope everything's going cool down there in the San Diego area. I'm still in Oregon, still fishing salmon here and doing fairly well. But otherwise, fishing down in the southern area there from Dorado all the way to Cabo is so-so, nothing spectacular. You got to keep in consideration there's been some tropical storms coming through the areas and creating some wind, some rain, a little bit of havoc, but nothing really major, thank God. And in Dorado there, the yellowtail are starting to go off in pretty good numbers around Soravo Island and up at the Embudo. I'm sorry, not the Embudo Bank. Up at Punta Popito, they're getting some nice great yellowtail for this time of year, 20 to 25 pounds, occasional 30 pounder. Down at La Paz there, both out of the bay and both, excuse me, man, I've got something in my throat today. And around the Las Arenas area there, they're scratching a few Dorado, some nice rooster fish along the beaches there, occasional tuna, quite a bit of billfish from La Paz all the way down to Cabo San Lucas. You're looking at blue marlin, you're looking at a few black marlin, you're looking at striped marlin, and quite a bit of sailfish action from there, like I said, all the way down to Cabo. Tuna, still consistent around the East Cape, down to Punta Gordo, especially around the Iman Bank. Here again, we've been talking about this tuna bite that's been consistent there for at least the last 2.5 months. Fish anywhere from 15 to 20, all the way up to 50, 60. Gordo Bank, still giving up an occasional big fish. No monsters this week, but we're looking at a few at 120, 125, 150. And, of course, Wahoo has been throughout that whole area. It's been a pretty good tuna bite also right near Cabo San Lucas, right off the beach there at Festa Americana. Some nice fish, nothing really huge, but consistent, 20 to 30. So some pretty good fishing there. For the billfish, like I say, blues, blacks, stripes, sails, and, of course, Dorado still not in any big numbers, but I look for that to really come on as we come into later this month in November. I think you'll see some really quality Dorado being caught during those particular months. Anyway, that's a report, Pete. I'll talk to you guys next Saturday. Pete, we still have a few spots open for our Christmas Island trip, middle of May 2016. Anybody wants to join me on that particular trip, can give me a call at Cast Tours, 800-593-6510. Check us out on the web at www.casttours.com, and I'll talk to you guys next Saturday.
Awesome. Great. Hey, Castman, we'll be down at Palmas de Cortez next Saturday, broadcasting live for our 21st annual. Give us a precursor of what we can expect our anglers that are participating in our tournament. Fishing looks pretty good. You talked about some tuna, some Dorado, and some Wahoo there in the East Cape, right?
Yes. Like I say, most of your tuna fishing is going to be south of where you're at. Going to head down toward the Iman, San Luis banks there. That's going to be the main tuna area. Like I say, no real giants, but, they're getting some 50s, 60s. Pretty consistent bites. So, like I said, that'll be probably your main targeted fish. And the guys that want to, hook and fight some billfish and release them, hopefully, you'll be into it's been a very, very good blue marlin year down there. And, of course, Southern California's had a couple of giant blue marlin. But it should be fun. It should be fun and lots of action. And I think you'll be, looking for hopefully get some good quality Dorado in there. But there haven't been a whole lot of them.
Yeah, so we have, of course, $750 for the largest tuna and the $750 for the largest Wahoo or Dorado, courtesy of George Weir, Asphalt, and Statewide Stripes. What do you think? Is it going to be a Wahoo or a Dorado that's going to take that $750?
Well, I'll say Wahoo. And the reason I say that, Pete, is usually in our August tournament, our big fish roundup we have at Palmas, it's usually tuna. We have 5 places for tuna, 5 places for Dorado. And because the Dorado have not been around, I added Wahoo this year. All 5 places were Wahoo.
No kidding.
Oh, amazing. Yeah, it's just been, Tim, we talked about it earlier, what the concentration of Wahoo is unprecedented, huh?
Well, I think what we're seeing is that this is just one of those cycles. Fishing's all cyclical. We have peaks and we have valleys, and there was a pretty big valley there, those Wahoo, for a long time, from 2002 all the way through 2012 or 3 through 13, whatever. There was a long period where those things were pretty sparse. We didn't see a lot of them. And last year, that all changed, be it an effect of this El Nino or whatever. There's been a real increase, obviously, in production. Those things, conditions were ripe a few years back for recruitment, and now we're seeing just huge quantities. Well, I've never seen anything like this.
Yeah.
I've been doing this 30 years now, and not just the individual concentrations, but the distribution of them.
Spread.
Yeah, all the way down. I mean, you were talking about down by Palmas de Cortez, out on Alejos, on the ridge, down around the islands below, all the way stretched up to the coast. It was a couple of weeks ago we had that just incredible Wahoo fishing at Benitez Island.
Yeah.
Fishing that was comparable to anything that we've seen in the past down, many years ago down around the Revilla Quijano. It's just absolutely incredible. And we caught Wahoo at Cedros. We caught Wahoo at Natividad. We caught Wahoo last trip I ran, we were 5 miles west of Geronimo Island, and we had a jig strike. We had 3 Wahoo there.
Amazing.
And then strung up along kelps all the way to west of San Diego. I know we were on a trip, a month ago? We were up there northwest of San Clemente Island on the last day of a 4-day trip. We not only caught a Wahoo there, but we saw a few more jump on a kelp. We were out there 15 miles northwest of San Clemente Island. So it's just incredible.
Well, I was Tuesday, I was on the trip with the Fred Hall group on the Eclipse out of C4 Sport Fishing, Captain Mark Gillette. And, 25 miles west of here, where we're sitting right here, we had 4 Wahoo.
Yeah, we were...
And first Wahoo, that boat's been in service. That was, the Cat Special before, Ken? Mm-hmm. Dart's boat, way back when. That boat's been in service for 40 years. They've never had a Wahoo on that boat until this year. That was first ever.
Yeah, and I have to imagine that this is going to last a few more years, if not more. Obviously the distribution of them is so incredible, and there's just a huge quantity, and there's going to be more opportunities, not just on the local long range boats, but right here out of Ensenada. We were talking about they were catching a few right out in front here as well.
Yeah.
And I can just imagine that seam out there that's just northwest or northeast of Todos Santos, perfect ground for those things, and all along the 100-fathom curve. I think there's going to be a heck of a lot more opportunities for anglers that otherwise wouldn't have that chance. They wouldn't see one.
Yeah, it's a beauty. It's so close to here.
Yeah.
That's the attractive thing for Ensenada.
No kidding. Hey, Castman, thanks a lot for that. We'll talk to you from Palmas de Cortez next Saturday.
Yeah, you got it, Pete.
Appreciate
when you guys were talking, I was looking out the window, and got a boat right in front of the house. Just landed a nice king.
All right.
Nice
Up in
guess.
Oregon. A little different zone there.
Yeah, all right.
All right,
Okay,
Castman. Thanks a lot for that. And we'll talk to you next week from Palmas de Cortez. And, Rick, let's go ahead and jump into the phones.
You got it, buddy. Phones are packed up. How about this time we jump in and talk to Mo. Mo calling us from Vista this morning. Hi, Mo. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Yeah, how's it going, guys? I got a question. I don't know if I missed it or not. You're talking about that FMM for the Coronado Islands, but how about the one just to go across the border? Can you pick that up in on the United States in the consulate?
No, you actually, as soon as you cross the border on the right side is the immigration office. You go right there, and that's where you get it.
So if you're talking about driving over,
if you're
Mo, right?
driving on.
Drive
So if you are driving, you cannot buy the FMM online. You need to stop at the immigration office.
That's correct.
Okay.
You as soon as you cross the border, it's on the right hand side. It'll take you 5 minutes.
Yeah. Okay.
But
if you're coming to Ensenada, go ahead, Mo. Sorry.
Is this still good for 180 days going back and forth across the border?
No, it's good for one trip only.
One entry and exit.
One entry and one exit.
So, in other words, you buy one today and you come down here next week, then you need to buy another one to come again.
Right. Yeah. There will be some changes down the road. We'll, as soon as we get the information around the changes, we'll make sure to put it out to everybody.
Yeah, someone was saying that if you go just for 7 days, you don't need to pay for one. They'll give you one for 7 days only.
Yep, that's exactly it.
Okay,
from the immigration office there.
Dodge a bullet and just pay for it and be able to go the next month or, in December and all those other times. So we just got to make the stops in and get it for free because we're only there for six days. So
yeah, if you're there for tourism purposes, the first 7 days is free.
Okay.
Now let me ask you this: we crossed the border yesterday. We didn't stop. We don't need, if we're coming for 48 hours, we don't need to stop at immigration and have an FMM?
It just depends on where you're at.
Walking. Yeah. Okay. Depends on where you're at. All right. Very good. All right. Thanks a lot for the call this morning. We're going to get more information on that, I know, from later on in the show, but we'll get a little more clarification on that for sure. Time for a break, Rick.
You got it. When we come back, we got a lot more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way. More of your phone calls. If you want to get a chance to get through, get on the action and have your chance to win those Maui Jims. 858-457-1090 or 877-792-1090. When we come back, we got more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way on the Mighty 1090.
Here's what clients are saying about Rick Jensen and the Sport Fishing Financial Group.
My name is Jerry Farmer, and I live here in San Diego. Rick Jensen has successfully managed investments for me for the past 15 years. Before Rick, I worked with financial advisors that led me into bad investments and hid kickbacks they were receiving on the investments. Rick has demonstrated through his attentiveness to my account a great feeling of responsibility to do well for his clients. With Rick, his compensation is reasonable and clear, as are the benefits for the client. For the past 15 years, the cost-benefit ratio has been greatly in my favor.
After learning about Rick and his background and what he's done for his clients, I'm on board. I just opened my own account with Sport Fishing Financial, and I'm very excited about the opportunity.
This is Rick Jensen with Sport Fishing Financial Group. Work with me and learn what I can do for you as an investment advisor, and let's go fishing. Give us a call or find us on the web for a complimentary risk analysis, current portfolio analysis, or business retirement retirement plan proposal. Call 949-481-1807 or visit us at sportfishingfinancial.com.
Pete here to tell you about one of my favorite long-range boats, perfect for day-and-a-half to 7-day trips. That's Searcher Sport Fishing. The Searcher offers a top-of-the-line long-range experience at the best value available. The 95-foot Searcher features huge bait capacity, RSW fish holds, and plenty of room at the rail. Chef Charles puts out a spread you will be impressed with, and staterooms are air-conditioned and super comfortable. The crew, top of the line. Check SearcherSportFishing.com for more details and book online today. That's SearcherSportFishing.com.
For East Cape fishing, Jen Wren is known as the best. This is Mark Rayer. Great service, top quality equipment, including all accurate reels, CalStar rods, and Sibra electronics, has put my immaculately maintained twin-engine cruisers in a class of their own. For memories of a lifetime, just bring your hat and sunglasses, and we'll provide a fishing experience that will exceed your expectations. Our calendar's filling fast, so don't miss out. For packages, 2 live webcams, a weekly fishery report, and more, check out TeamGenRen.com. We pick up at all East Cape resorts, so let's go fishing.
Hey, this is Captain Paul Hebert from the Wicked Pisser. My brother Bruce and I make a living catching giant bluefin tuna. In fact, I wouldn't even go fishing with any other sunglasses than Maui Jim. Put a pair of Maui Jims on and instantly the glare is gone, the UV that can damage your eyes is gone, the ocean's true colors come shining through like never before. And with more contrast and clarity, you can see the bluefin at that critical time. Take it from me. Try a pair at your local tackle shop or check out MauiJim.com. You won't believe your eyes.
It's long-range season, and time to get your gear ready. Hi, this is Doug Kern from Fisherman's Landing Tackle, the saltwater tackle professionals. We are proud to be Southern California's premier Shimano dealer. We have the best Shimano has to offer, including Talica, Trinidad A, Therese, Stella, Saragossa, Tranx, Terramar, Waxwing, Colt Sniper, Flatfall, Torium, Tiagra, and too much more from Shimano to mention. Bottom line, we have the most complete selection of Shimano saltwater tackle and the knowledge to properly equip you for your trip. Come visit us at Fisherman's Landing Tackle at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego or on the web at saltwatertackle.com. Fisherman's Landing has been the choice of sport fishing anglers for decades with the largest fleet of long-range boats worldwide, complemented by Southern California's finest charter and open party fleet. From a half-day trip on the Dolphin to overnight trips or a long-range adventure, you can count on Fisherman's Landing to deliver the best. Check the website for all that is going on or call Fisherman's Landing at 619-221-8500. Book now at fishermanslanding.com.
XEPRS 1090 AM, Rosarito, Baja California.
You are listening to the home of the Aztecs.
He's on. Touchdown, Aztecs.
San Diego's sports leader, the mighty 1090.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090 live at the Hotel Corral, Ensenada, Mexico. Pete and the boys standing by. Pete, having fun down
Wish
there.
You could be here, Ricky. We've had such a great time yesterday evening. Oh my God, it's been an eat-a-thon too, and the food here in Baja Norte is mind-boggling how good it is. There's some amazing restaurants here. We did get some clarification from Heidi Silum. We're going to hear in the second part of today's show about the FMMs and walking versus driving versus boats and such like that. We'll get more clarification that in the second hour of Let's Talk Hookup. But I want to mention that, Victor, you guys are going to be at the Fred Hall Long Beach show, right?
Yes, the next year we're going to attend to Fred Hall Long Beach and also in Del Mar in San Diego.
In Del Mar too? Oh,
yeah,
excellent. Okay.
Yeah, and so we're going
in
to
a tourism booth or a fisheries booth?
No, it's a fisheries booth, and we're going to provide all the info, the dates for the sport fishing local tournaments, and all the info that you wanted to know about the sport fishing in Baja. We're going to provide and have a personnel from the Ministry of Fisheries telling in English, and you have make questions, and they're going to be have a brochures and have all the dates and all the details about the sport fishing, and also if you want to rent a boat, they're going to have the info there for our local providers and all the info about the sport fishing of Baja.
Yeah, and Fito, you're generally at the Long Beach show, right?
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
We're going to get a booth, and it's going to be information about Ensenada and Mexico Tourism Board. We partnered with them, and so you're gonna probably see other marinas from other parts of Mexico as well.
Okay.
In that booth.
Yeah. And if somebody wants to come to the Hotel Corral Marina, you'll be there. They can talk one-on-one with you about different logistics about getting down here, costs of a slip, and all that. You have fuel right here, so you can come down and not worry about getting fuel up right here.
Yes, we got gasoline. What you call up there, regular.
Regular, okay. 87 octane.
87 octane.
Yeah.
We got diesel, and we also have a launch ramp, which is something that I didn't talk earlier.
Yes.
But if you want to, trailer your boat, we got a launch ramp and obviously parking, secure parking. Security here is 24 hours. It's a gated property, so your equipment will be, safe. And we also have a fish cleaning station. Nice fish cleaning station, running water and everything. It's located over there near the G-Dock, and that's available also.
Okay.
Yeah, Pete, I want to mention the Corral and the Marina are members of the Sport Fishing Association, and so anybody that I highly recommend it. If you're going to come down here by boat, call Fido. Make it easy. The Corral is very welcoming, and if you go to CaliforniaSportFishing.org, the directions and information on how to contact Vito are right there.
Okay,
make it easy.
Yeah, it's kind of a portal now that you, Kenya and Elena, have put together at CaliforniaSportFishing.org, right?
Yeah, that's exactly it. If you go there, it's associate members, but what we've tried to do is in Ensenada, Cabo San Lucas, Mazatlan, we've been to key hotels, been to key marinas, been to certain sport fishing fleets, and we are now advertising just as a service, a public service, so that you can make your plans for your vacation.
Okay.
So when you want to come to Ensenada, we highly recommend you come to the Corral because we've been here, we're impressed with it, and they have top flight marinas, and Fido and the people here do everything they can to help our visitors from the United States.
Indeed, for sure. Hey, Rick, let's go ahead and jump into those phones.
Sounds good, boys. How about this time we talk to Goldie? He's called us from North Park this morning. Goldie, good morning. Thanks for hanging in there with us.
You're very welcome, Ricky. Two questions. One, to paraphrase Captain Art Taylor, what in the wide world of sports makes one Dorado equal to 2.5 fish? So that if you catch, your limit is 2 Dorado. I can understand the limit. I can't understand the mathematics, why one fish is equal to 2.5, especially when dolphins reproduce like bunnies. Number 2 is, you just heard about the proliferation of bluefin tuna. In fact, I think Ken Frankie said that one of his spotter planes reported a school in excess of 2 miles long.
Well, what do you think about the Dorado,
right.
guys?
So how do you respond to all that?
Well, bottom line, bag limits are put in place both in the United States and Mexico for the welfare of the species. For instance, 1 marlin is of a certain value as compared to 5 tuna. It just depends what the bag limits are. Mexico has bag limits. The U.S. has bag limits. That's what we observe.
And how many do you really need? I mean, frankly, I think that that some of the bag limits in the U.S. are excessive. I think that a conservative estimate of 5 is certainly that here in Mexico is a good estimate.
What we're seeing in both countries is a shift to conservation. It's do the right thing, take the fish home to feed your family. You don't need a mountain of fish. We highly recommend catch and release when you can. And with regard to bluefin tuna, Mexico, and I know that's something that a lot of people want to know about, they are, we hear, going to have a bag limit shortly. We're waiting to hear what that is. But Mexico and the U.S. are very carefully managing the bluefin stock because there's an international issue associated with it. But, one step at a time. The U.S. moved quickly through the Pacific Management Council to arrange 2 per person per day. There was a ton of public process. Mexico's doing the appropriate thing as well, and we've weighed into that, as well as the local fishermen have weighed into that. The Secretary of Agriculture has an announcement they put out a while ago that they're going to have a bag limit. We're just waiting to hear what that is. Hopefully it'll be the same as what the U.S. one is, just for to make sure it's not confusing to people. But, so that's I think what's going on is in keeping with trying to conserve.
So do you anticipate by next season, which would be the next time we're going to see bluefin tuna, because the water's a little too warm for them right now, that there will be a bag limit in Mexico?
Oh, I would hope so.
Yeah.
You know what we've been telling the Mexican government, and it's been very collaborative, is we highly encourage recreational fishing bag limits to be put out quickly, so that it'll help the local fishermen, so that the visitors from the United States can go, oh, I get to go catch bluefin, yellowfin, or what have you. But to do that, you have to have a bag limit. So we have been highly encouraging the Mexican government as soon as they can to put that out.
Yeah, indeed. And we have to remind you, Goldie and the rest of you out there, that we are visitors in a foreign country, and it's a privilege to be able to come down here and fish, and we're very, very grateful for that privilege that you offer us, Victor and the rest of the staff here, to come down and fish in Mexican waters.
Yeah, I always feel welcome, and we are very friendly. All the state government and federal government are doing always the best effort to do their best to give the warmest welcome to the tourists. And actually, every day, the federal government and the state government is making easy and is making online, is making easy everything for the tourists and the people who arrive here. So everything is safe, everything, feel free to come down, and you're going to be safe, and the government is always welcome you in the friendly way.
Yes. Tim Ekstrom, you make your living on the Royal Star by having the opportunities that the Mexican government allows us to come fishing here, right?
Yeah, I'm glad you made that point, because I wanted to say the same thing before the show was over, that I know that not just us, but there's thousands, tens of thousands of anglers that are unspeakably grateful for the opportunity to fish down here in Mexico, and that's exactly what it is. It's an opportunity. It's something for every single angler, either listening or wherever they may be, to take pause and recognize that this is a privilege. It's exactly what it is. And relative to the limits and the number of fish, the quantity of fish, whether it be Dorado, tuna, yellowtail, whatever, the limits down here are incredibly generous.
Absolutely.
Incredibly. You know, considering an angler can take a 3-day trip and accumulate as many as 30 fish, what we've seen in the past, especially with the advent of RSW, because it's just added so much more value to the product, we've seen anglers across the board taking far, far less fish, self-regulating, recognizing that that's just a huge quantity of fish, and there's only so much you can utilize between consuming it, at home or sharing with friends and family, and the processing bill adds up too. If you start keeping a huge quantity, so it's a generous limit. It's so generous that most people they elect to not even keep what they actually can.
Sure. And that's the core of it is we highly encourage people, be conservative, take home only what you need to feed your family and your friends. That's it. It's illegal to sell sport fish in Mexico or the United States. We're in a really good environment. We have the communities on both sides of the border. We have this saying that the city of San Diego has: one region, one voice. Well, Ensenada and San Diego are one region. And we're trying both on a management level for fisheries and on the tourism level. We want to make it easy for everybody to come visit, but we have to be sensitive to protecting the resource in doing that.
Absolutely. Big time. The old stigma of measuring the success of your trip by the size of your pile is long gone.
Yeah.
It's long gone. It is. It's just not like that anymore. I can't tell you how much satisfaction I get to see an angler. They might catch, 5 or 6 fish when they could catch more than that, and they're sitting up topside. They're watching the show. You've seen this plenty on the boat. Pete, they're sitting up topside watching the show, just enjoying themselves.
I do that all the time.
Yeah. I mean, they could be down there catching, but they've got plenty.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's really, it's very encouraging to see that, and it's not the way of the future. It is the future.
It is the future.
It's now.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I want to thank Victor for coming down this morning to Hotel Corral and joining us for dinner last night at that beautiful restaurant and sharing your fishery with us here. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you for the invitation to be in the program with you, and always a pleasure to be with you. And you always feel free to come, and you're always welcome. We're very, very friendly, the people from here and the government, so thank you for everything.
Yeah, and we know that, and we thank you for that opportunity, because I love coming to Mexico.
And for the boaters out there, we're going to work hard at SAC to work with Victor and his office and Fido to make sure that we get information out that's accurate and hopefully to make their trips to visit Ensenada that much more pleasurable. So thank you, Victor.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And Fido, thank you for taking the time to come down here. And, of course, if somebody wants to bring their boat down to the Corral, questions about fishing down here, you know a lot of the local captains, right? You can hook them up on a local charter if you're staying here at the Hotel Corral and you want them to pick you up right here at the dock. You have those opportunities, right?
Yes, we do. We have a good list of contacts where there's people that operate some sort of a six-pack or a bigger boat, and we'll be happy to connect them. And also, thank you for coming down. It's nice to have you back.
Always a pleasure.
And Pete, and it's always good to see, good friends.
Yeah, it keeps getting better and better every year. It really does.
Yes, sir.
So thank you for having us. And again, if somebody wants to contact you, email, phone call, all that contact information is on the calsportfishing.org or the Hotel Corral website, right?
HotelCorral.com, correct, yes.
HotelCorral.com.
Yes.
Yeah. And Captain Ekstrom, thank you for joining us on this voyage down here. We're not done yet, but it was quite a day yesterday and an easy trip down here, right?
Really is. I just want to echo what everybody said. I can't think of a better time, better opportunity to come down and enjoy Mexico right here local. To have this this place has this tropical feel. It has that, exactly what so many people go a long distance to achieve. It's right here. It's right in our backyard in Southern California, whether you're on your skiff or whether you want to drive down, whatever it may be. It's right here. Yeah. And I think we've all made the point clear. It's, as long as you have your papers in order, which now is a heck of a lot easier. Now that you can do so many things online, as long as your paperwork's in order, you're golden down here. I know I've been coming down here for 30-some-odd years, and I've never had so much as a whiff of an issue. And I've always been squared away with the paperwork. So even when you get checked, it's great. I've never had anything other than friendly experiences down here.
No question about it. Hey, thanks again. And when we come back, we have a full hour of some more live from the Hotel Corral in Ensenada, Mexico. We got a whole new group of guests coming through here for the second hour. So stay tuned. This is more Let's Talk Hookup right here on the Mighty 1090.
Do you like to fish? Have you ever seen the Eastern Sierra in the fall? Bishop has long been a great place to trout fish and experience the beauty of California's magnificent mountains. The Southwest Council Federation of Fly Fishers will be hosting the only on-the-water fly fishing fair in the western United States Friday, October 16th through Sunday, October 18th. Even if you have never fly fished before, everybody's invited. Best of all, you are just minutes away from fishable waters. There will be an exciting array of 80 seminars, events, and classes for beginner and experienced anglers. You can learn about fly tying, casting, and specific on-stream techniques. Get a first-hand look at local hotspots in Bishop with some of the area's top guides. Entry is just $15 for all 3 days, and you can register online now and secure the events that appeal to you at southwestcouncilfff.org. It's fun for the whole family, so make plans now, October 16th to the 18th. Check the website for lodging information, southwestcouncilfff.org.
It's big, it's comfortable, and she is beautiful. The state-of-the-art long-range sport fishing vessel, the Independence. Veteran captains Mark Paisano and Paul Strasser built this incredible 112-foot vessel with the most modern technology and luxurious comfort available. Captain Jeff DuBois has helped make the Independence a top-notch operation. Call Independence Sports Fishing at 619-226-6006 or check the availability on spring, summer, and fall trips now at IndependenceSportFishing.com. The new Shimano Torium HG is here, and you'll be able to experience this fantastic reel now at your local Shimano dealer. The new Torium is up to 30% smaller than the previous generation, but still has the same line capacity. The smaller S compact body design and one-piece die-cast aluminum frame provides more rigidity and lighter weight. Torium now has EI surface treatment and is tested up to 700 times the corrosion resistance of past models. The new Shimano Torium HD is not only better on the outside, the inside is amazing with a cross carbon drag, providing up to 24 pounds of drag pressure from a Star Drag reel. It has a sealed roller clutch and 6.2 to 1 brass gears. The machined aluminum handle has a larger knob to make it easy to crank in the big fish. The new lightweight aluminum spool gives you better casting and control. Available in 3 sizes. The Torium HG is the next evolution in compact, rigid, and powerful saltwater Star Drag reels. Get it now at your local Shimano dealers.
XEPRS 1090 AM, Rosarito, Baja California.
You're listening to the home of the Aztecs.
He's on. Touchdown, Aztecs.
San Diego's sports leader, the mighty 1090.
When it comes to fishing rods for saltwater, there's just one name you need to know, CalStar. Take, for example, the Graphiter series. It's a true graphite and fiberglass composite rod, the finest it's ever been built. And for anglers seeking traditional performance, durability, and quality at an affordable price, the CalStar West Coast series of rods and blanks are the ones for you. Their master craftsmen bring decades of rod building experience to every rod they make. So if you want your fishing rods to be truly state-of-the-art, I always recommend CalStar at fine tackle stores everywhere.
The summer fishing season this year was nothing short of incredible, and everyone I talked to is expecting continued success well into the fall season. Your San Diego County Ford dealers are having a remarkable summer, too, with no sign of slowing down. They continue to hook people up with a great selection of models that offer outstanding MPG and advanced technology, like the fun-to-drive Focus and the popular Fusion, available as a hybrid or a plug-in hybrid. Ford also has an impressive list of SUVs, like Escape, Edge, Explorer, and Expedition. Well, no matter what you need, Ford has an SUV for you. And for serious fishermen that have boats to haul and gear to move, you can't beat the Ford F-150. It's not only stronger than ever, it's 700 pounds lighter, so it's faster and more efficient. Bottom line, Ford cars and trucks and SUVs are built for San Diego. Stop by your San Diego County Ford dealer today. They'll be glad to hook you up.
Great boats, free parking, and a fully stocked tackle shop. Just a few of the reasons Seaforth Sport Fishing is a favorite among anglers. Come aboard top charter boats like the Aztec, Cortez, Endeavor, Eclipse, Apollo, Outer Limits, Pacific Star, El Gato Dos, Alexis, Pride, Privateer, Tribute, Pacific Voyager, and the Voyager. Plus, the new Seaforth Sea Watch in San Diego offer the finest half, 3/4, and full-day trips available. Check out the full-service tackle store at Seaforth Sport Fishing. And it's all run by fishermen for fishermen. 1717 Quivira Road, just off Mission Bay Drive in Mission Bay. Book online at seaforthlanding.com.